Okay, that is us live, going well. I love it when everything's a bit easier. Just turn that down a bit. Hey, live is working fantastic. Okay, so today we're going to be working on some character models for upcoming animations, and we're also going to be doing some facial reworks for human characters. Now, I was very fortunate enough to get He Energy, who is a really talented sculptor, both in Dreams and out, and he went and worked on some female faces for me to basically set the kind of the precedent and the standard. So we're going to try and work on some kind of male characters. We're probably not going to get them to the same quality that Energy got them to, but we'll see what we can get done. Let me just take a wee drink. Some good stuff. Okay. Okay. So here is our character models. Now Energy didn't work on these particular faces. Well, technically he did. He set the kind of standard for the shape and the kind of the eye bridges here, and I've kind of been tampering about with them to also make sure that I've got my style on them. The reason why we need to work on the guys' faces is because if you put the guy's face next to the woman's face, they look a lot more detailed and he doesn't, so we kind of need to work on that a wee bit. But I didn't really want to just ask him to make all the guys' faces as well, because I need to get better at that sort of thing myself. So today's stream is basically working on the male face and hopefully getting it to the same standard as this one. So let's move these knights over here and let's try and begin. So obviously you can immediately see the lack of detail, and one of the biggest things isn't even necessarily the fact that he's went in and done a really good shape. It's the shading and contouring of the face that also really brings out some detail, because as you can see, these are just one flat color, and even though they're background characters, they still kind of need to be detailed enough to work. So let's see if we cannot go in and do that. I also need to change some kind of skin colors, because this kind of just looks grey to me. So let's kind of get the right skin tone first, and then we can work on everything else. I think we need to, yeah. I think for a lot of these, I just kind of rapidly hit the paint button. So for the hands, it's not really too much of an issue because we're not going to paint the hands different colours, so we don't need to kind of change that. That'll just kind of help with the stuff in the long run. So basically we're trying to make the shape a bit more interesting without feeling just kind of podgy, because as you can see all the guys' faces are kind of the same. I tried to do a bit of like shaping with this one a while ago and it doesn't look too bad, but I think this protruding bit here is too much of an issue, so let's try and fix that. Even if we, yeah, even just making it a bit lower and a bit finer. I don't want to lose our cartoony look too much. But we definitely need to upgrade the models just a touch. Not too much. We don't want to make them unrecognizable because I actually like the style of them. Just I think as the animations get kind of better and better, I would like everything to kind of have even a slight glow up. So if we kind of try and push out the cheeks here. Another thing that he kind of did was the kind of ridges around the eyes, so that there's a bit more shape to them. And suppose we're going to kind of need a nose. Now I kind of like the pointed nose look, so let's see if we can get that. Again, I'm not trying to do anything crazy. Just give them a wee... Right, okay, I'm going to have to fill that in. Okay. You know what? I mean... The only issue is the nose is a bit bent, but that's because the face isn't also fully aligned. No, it's annoying, but that's what happens when you use someone else's face shape. Oh, we can just kind of mess about a wee bit. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Right. Now, another thing that we want to work on is different jaws. Now, for the women, they are quite rounded, both of them. So let's try and give... Maybe if we flatten a wee bit. See, that's already kind of adding something that I like. Okay. Okay. Now, if we just kind of work on the eyes. Kind of looks like cheekbones. Right, I do need to increase the face quality a bit. Because it's a bit kind of... That way we can also kind of see where we're doing too much. Right, the nose definitely looks a bit too strenuous. There we go. It's funny, I think if the nose becomes too realistic, it really changes the entire character's face. Let's try lifting this back up just a touch. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then if we come in with the basic kind of mouth that the other ones have. Literally just like a line. Maybe if we make it just ever so slightly darker, just like the tiniest bit. Yeah. Okay. You know what? For my first real attempt at kind of making them look more detailed, it's not horrible. He is more detailed. Although there definitely feels like there's almost a bit of a change in art style that part of me needs to kind of get used to. But that's you're gonna come up against that no matter what you do. Going more detailed always means that there's a loss in the kind of toon look. having eyelids is quite important for the character. There we go. Okay, yep. I'm pretty happy with that. We haven't went too detailed, although I will say it does kind of has lost its slight innocence look to it. I wonder if that's because of the nose. Is that cause of the nose? Let's see. Not completely cause the nose now. Maybe it's because the face looks a bit too wide. What if we try and smooth in the face a wee bit? No. I think smoothing in the face makes it worse. Okay. I won't lie, I'm not totally digging it. I think part of the charm has been a wee bit lost, trying to make it kind of more real. Yeah, maybe that's it. I think maybe they still need a wee bit of the the kind of chubbed out cartoon face to kind of keep them in that realm. Okay, so Huh. Definitely a lot more detailed. And I think obviously I could go a bit more detailed, but I think this manages to hold up better against the female faces. So I think I'll probably just keep it there. It's so weird that his old face compared to his new face. Just even the color makes him look sick. Right. There we go. I just realized hers is controlling hers as well. Good thing I decided to check that. Wait, does that mean that hers is controlling hers? Surprisingly not. Okay. Right. Right, so now he needs a proper blink animation. There we go. That actually looks pretty good. Let's see if it does. Oh yeah. That's a good wee blink animation. Right, the only thing I want to maybe keep his hair. I do think we've got to do a bit of an upgrade in terms of outfits. Come on. How to get on the bottom? Oh wait, that was already there. if we're gonna go for the full shebang, we may as well try and make all these parts as decent looking as possible. So let's give the boots an upgrade as well. Go for the cut off. See, I mean, just that one small kind of addition really does make it look that much better. So now we'll go for another small addition called laces. And again, the chances of like you even seeing these like things in animations is low, but in the off chance that you do see them, you know. So as the hair is now not centered. Yeah, that looks better. Right. Does everyone have a second mouth? You do. You do. Right, so I'm gonna have to make sure you do as well. Well, actually, no, these are background characters. As much as they do need to look decent in case they like get a close up at some point, they're not supposed to be. They're not meant to be kind of seen talking. So I'm going to duplicate you. Add this here. I'm going to have to do something with this hair because it does not look good. Get the ball. Get the mirror. Get this. Some hair color. Right. think maybe if we just add in maybe like hair coming down here. I like the idea of like a bit of long hair, not insanely long, but you know. Right. Oops. Don't want everyone's outfit looking the same. Right, how about we just give this guy like a kind of white top, white tee. And then for the arms, make them just a bit bigger. There we go. Although it's just make these a bit smaller. Move these in like that. There we go. Just repaint that bit. There we go. better. I think this guy needs a beard. And the good thing is, if we want to make a kind of doubler of them, we can just delete the beard. Oof. That really shows you just how uneven the face is, doesn't it? Really just make a separate one. Oops. No, it's not going to work. Can't do another. Okay. Just make it non-collidable. And then we need to really... There we go. I feel like it just added me to the game, but it's not supposed to be me. It just so happened to come out that way. Right. We've got a couple of new faces. But a character that we need to work on for an upcoming animation called Dexor. save that for now. I think the faces came out a bit better. I'm not really... Yeah, I suppose they're a bit more detailed. Nothing crazy, but... Right. Okay. So I've got a section for characters that actually speak. I need to actually add in some. Right. I'm going to take this guy's model for Dexor and add it. These are basically going to be NPCs that actually speak and interact with the world. So they can be a bit higher quality. They can be a bit higher detailed. So kind of like your Sebastian, your Willie the Fisherman, those sorts of people. For this one, for Dexor's a bit of a... He runs a stall in New Province. And he's got a very nice mustache. Nose wise as well, let's get a bit of a sharper nose. And I think I want him to have a wee bit paler skin. That's good. Oh no, it's not pale, it's freaking dead. Oof, these are not paler skins. I've never been good at getting skin tones. Never been good at it. How's that white? What? Okay. It's kind of got that Pikmin nose. Yeah. Probably too big. Or too wide. Right. Kind of going for like a medium long hair look. Kind of like long at the sides. And this might look a wee bit weird because I'm doing it on this fake head, but all will be revealed in time. Or I can just tell you it's easier to make hair on a prop head and then add it to the actual head. Hey, what's up, John? How you doing? I kind of want to go... Part of me wants to go kind of bigger and a wee bit wackier with this. I don't know how it'll look when it actually is finished, but let's go with it and see how we do. Oh, that turned into a demon real quick. Doing great, just working on modeling Sonic Adventure 2. Ooh. You know, I always go between which one is my favourite, 2 or Adventure 2, or 2 Adventure 1 or Adventure 2. They're both just so good in terms of fun. and they're both really good in their own way, so it's difficult to kind of try and determine which one I like more. I think I played two more. I got one first, and then I found out about two. Right. Huh. You know what? We can shrink the head. It's fine. Maybe it would look better without the mustache. Yeah, it's a bit of a youthful haircut, or at least a youthful anime style haircut. Kind of do. It's kind of do. Maybe it's just too big. Oh, no, I've made it. I've just made it. It's so bad. It's so bad. And the mustache is done. Right. Well, let's leave that for now. Let's work on his clothing. If it was one of those like kind of frilly shirts with the thing about making hairstyles is that it's difficult to make them all distinct from one another. I know, yeah, that's why I usually just copy them. I really shouldn't be too harsh on these, or on making these characters, because they're all just background characters. None of them, I mean, to be fair, these ones will talk. These ones actually have a speaking part. So they do actually do need to be good. But the other ones that I was working on, it's like I need to give myself a break. I'm one person. I'm one person working on this entire thing. I don't have help. I don't have other people to split the kind of time on them. So of course they're not going to be perfect. But again, they don't need to be, because they're barely going to be in it. I just wish I could give myself a break sometimes. Okay. No, not that. One of these, one of them's, one of these and them's. Okay, this is getting a bit fancier. I like it. Just need the froth on the end of these. One of them, one of them. Gives a hole, gives a 2. How have you been getting on with the voices that you were working on, John? You happy with it? It's extremely bad weather. Can't go 2 feet outside without slipping on ice. Oof. Jeez. That's no good. Delete, 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 delete. God, how many? Okay. So if we make these white, and if we make these a sort of black. Woo. Dex was a little fancy boy. Probably wait until the following animation to give you a proper update on the voice recording stuff. No worries. Okay, well, he definitely looks different from the other characters, so that's interesting. I was thinking about the wig, but then I was like, it's probably too much. It'll be very distracting. I just want him to be a bit kind of like high-end fashion, which is why it's kind of important to get the hair right. Right, let's try this hair thing again. This is a character for the Solace's birthday episode. It's like a special animation, it's not in the actual lineup of animations that I've got. left it. So all the characters, all the human characters are going through a bit of a hair upgrade right now. Meaning they're all going to have a bit more detail. Even Solace get a bit of a hair upgrade, although it won't be present in the next two animations just because they've already been started. But technically this guy will have a hair upgrade. Because he hasn't been added in yet. And I mean, all the hair upgrade is just, it's added detail. So strands of hair instead of just kind of blocky chunks. Essentially what I'm also doing for the faces. So one, get rid of the shine. Two, let's bring in, so like this, you can see that they've got the kind of chunks, but they also have these kind of strands. And that's so that it just adds in a wee bit more detail. See at all. Okay. I'm liking the back of the hair. It's really just the front. Let's get these guys in again. Let's just take this so that we can just pull from it and get strands where we need it. See, oh wow, that just adding the strands really does just kind of jump the hair up, like just a touch. It doesn't do like anything insane, but it just makes it ever so slightly that more detailed. I think with Dreams it's kind of like building with Legos, where you use preset pieces to make something out of it. I mean, kind of, although a lot of the stuff that I work with tends to be already like made, or rather I make it from scratch myself. All of Paper Red stuff was made um 100% for that. I don't know if it's because of the light, but I'm really liking this hair. Oh yeah, I think we've managed to get Dexter someplace that's quite good. We just need to build out the back of his hair a wee bit. How can I make a model more accurate to a reference image? I mean, I'm not really sure what you mean. Like, how do you get a face closer to the reference face? Like, you just have to keep adding and taking away chunks until it looks the same. There's no like technique to it other than, you know, I guess working at it. What exactly are you trying to make? Is it like a face or? Okay, I'm quite happy with how Dexter's heads came out. I think the head upgrade that I'm doing on all the characters is going to actually make them look and feel more like detailed than detailing the face. Also, I'm not digging this anymore. Right, it definitely needs something else. I think he just needs a wee bit more detail. I think that's kind of what's missing. Yeah. Straps and belts and belts and straps and stuff, yeah. Make it a bit of a different material. to go in and kind of detail it a bit more. There's actually a good belt she made. To be fair, this is kind of what I use on all my characters that need a belt. I honestly wish sometimes, well, I don't wish sometimes, I wish all the time that thermo wasn't so dickish in this game, because there's a lot of design choices that unfortunately can't be done because thermo is so like hell-bent on making it difficult to do. For instance, I would strap everyone in and out with all these interesting designs if it would match, but especially on levels like New Province, which is like 99% thermal at this point. Like it's you can't add any more without deleting something. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to add in this guy without having to delete something important, or not, maybe not important, but just something in general. That's why, like, if you're ever watching me make something and you're like, why is he not, why is he not giving it the bells and whistles? It's because of thermal. I'm just restricted on how much I can add. Okay. Now let's give him a wee bit of design. Not mess up his face. Right. I like him. It actually looks different from everyone else. The facial features that he has is like, he's still got that cartoon playfulness, but he hasn't went into the realm of like, he looks too different. Let's just add. There we go. That way his jaw drops just a little more when he's talking. There we go. The more key points that change when he speaks, the better. You just can't go too far with it because it's a keyframe. Should add in an extra one. I probably should. This is going to be a nightmare getting him into the actual level, but I wonder how much I'm going to have to actually delete to get him in. Boom. Turn that face on. Turn that face off. Down ever so slightly. You know what, this is probably the first side character that I'm actually happy with how he looks. I wonder how much it costs. Let's see. 5%. It's not too bad. Let's try and get him down a bit. Throwing away some detail. Well, that's annoying that I've tossed away so much detail and I still couldn't get him under 5. But now let's see him about getting him into. The only thing is that when you see it's 100% chances of getting him in 8%. Right. Okay. He's in. Good sign. Let's actually put him next to other characters to... Oh, it's the head size. Body-wise, he's like the same as everyone else, but his head's thinner, and that actually makes him look a bit better. Well, he's in, but the issue is you can't save the level if the percentage is over 100%. So we're going to have to either delete someone or... To be fair, I know what we probably could do. Because this stuff is actually very, very detailed. And the only reason why it's detailed let's see. That didn't help. Really? Okay, let's not take that down. Right. Here's the plan. So when making a... So this isn't the actual new province scene that I've shown off before. This is a subsection. So you'll notice that other parts are deleted. So the blacksmith's over here is deleted. So as well as the blacksmith himself. Because he's not in this episode. So there's no point in him taking up the thermal. The fountain that was really detailed before is now like super undetailed. So the best thing to do is kind of look at where your animation takes place. So it comes around here. You can kind of see all this, you can see all that. Unfortunately, you can see all that as well. And then the animation kind of ends in this area. So this area has to remain detailed to look decent. So I mean, technically I could delete all that. That didn't save me any thermal. Really? Deleting this entire flooring? It saved me 1% of gameplay. That's due. Is it because of this? Oh, it is. Right, hold on. You've just got to be careful as to how much can be seen, really. Like, I can just delete it because it's not going to be in the animation. We have not moved down once, which is annoying as hell, but right, we can find something that doesn't need to be. I mean, she doesn't need to be here. That didn't help. Oh no, Caps would deleting Caps help us because he looks unique? No. Right, back in 2 seconds. I don't have like a BRB screen that I used to have. Sorry about that. Went to grab a drink and someone went and chapped the door. I had to attend. Okay, what are we doing? Losing thermal. We've got 4% thermal to drop. To be fair, I could just take it off of Red and Solace, but they're kind of like the main focus of the animation, so... Oh, we finally dropped a percent. Does Red have anything on him? There we go. Okay, I just had to take a wee bit off Red. Luckily, he's super detailed enough that you wouldn't even notice, which is kind of the whole point. Okay, so we did manage to get Dexter into the scene, which is awesome. And he's actually looking pretty decent as well. What's funny is we can actually prop up a wee bit of him. No, not really. Right. Awesome. That's that sorted then. It's a win-win. I'm gonna have to try and base more people on Dexter because I really like how he turned out. God, the bigger the levels, the longer it takes to save. I know. They all do. But yeah, so Solace got a hair upgrade as well. She's now got more detailed parts going through her hair as well. And that I've decided I'm not going to upgrade Solace. Energy came in and did a kind of mock-up of what Solace potentially could look like, and I think it's just too different. Like, it's so he did this. So Energy came in and reshaped her face to this, so you can see she's got a lot more detail. It's kind of, she's got more of a humanoid shape. And the shape of the face is actually really good. It's just, I don't think it looks like Solace anymore. So I tried to take that and make a version of Solace. So I did this, and I think she just loses all manner of who she is. Yeah, it's more detailed, but it's more detailed to the point where we lose Solace as a character and as a person. So what I decided that I should do, instead of detailing the face, is I went in and kind of gave her more detailed head and stuff like that. So now she's... And what's interesting is I think giving her more detailed hair actually reshapes her face a wee bit anyway, and gives her more detail just by proxy. So I'm actually really happy with how she looks with this. And it's not crazy or different enough to the point where it's like completely different. And then of course she's got her head up version, which I really like as well. Yeah, the old faces were just the new detailed faces were just too much. So I think just the hair upgrade is, yeah. I feel like with trying to give her the whites of her eyes and stuff like that, she just doesn't look anything like her previous self. Yeah, as Energy did a really good job with the shape and stuff like that. It's just I'm so particular about how the main cast should look that it's wouldn't work. So I think the last stream we did, I was working on New Province West. I do have a bit of an upgrade to show. So there's wee cats running around. I've wanted to add in like animals into the area for like quite some time, so I'm happy with them. Uh, I can't remember how much I made. Did I do any of the buildings, or did we end with no buildings? Either way, we've got the Ink and Quill, which is a really nice kind of bookshop slash kind of accessory. We've got the Gilded Loom, which has clothing and stuff like that in the windows. Then back here is where the next animation is going to take place. So it'll be in here. But I think this area so far has came out really, really well. I want to do some sort of cafe over here. And then I need to do some sort of feature down here. The only issue is I'm running out of thermal again. 86% thermal. Now we do have the main cast in. That's like a big deal. And we've got we've got we've got all of our buildings -1 in, so it's really just background characters and stuff like that that we need to add in. But yeah, man, thermo's a bitch. But I'm really happy with how these buildings turned out. Once we've got our cafe sort of thing here, I think this will be like a nice wee area up here that looks really good. And once I figure out kind of what to do here, it'll look nice. But yeah, happy we've got the museum as well. Wee cats. 2 wee cats to be exact. And I've put them on a loop, so they'll they'll hop up here and they'll start kind of pawing at each other. The chances of you seeing this in an animation are practically zero, but in the off chance that a camera turns around and you see them kind of pawing at each other, I thought that would be quite funny. And then off they go. So New Province West is coming out really, really well. And this was the original. So this was the original face that Energy helped with. This is kind of what he gave me, and turned out really, really well, really detailed. It lost a wee bit of my cartoony aesthetic, which is why I kind of retransformed it and then kind of remade it into my own thing. Which is now which has now become this. So she's kind of went back the way into a bit more of a toony vibe. but I can't really talk more about her. She's for a different day, a different life. Don't worry about that. Right. Okay. A lot more work has to kind of go into the faces and stuff like that, mainly because I mean they're kind of done. But I've also got that entire section of background characters. Where are they? How far back are they? Ah, here they are. These guys. So I've basically got to go in and swap in the heads, which will be a pain. But it is what it is. Okay. I think that's us. We just wanted to get some faces done, and now the faces are done. But yeah, all the other animations are progressing quite nicely. This is a really busy month. Because we've got the Patreon exclusive animation. It's only about a minute long, but you know, it's still a minute of animation. So we've got that. We've got Solace's birthday, because this is Solace's birthday month, so she gets a special animation this month. Then we've got the main animation. So we've got 3 animations to make within the next 2 weeks. When I say it out loud, it makes me want to throw myself in front of a bridge, but yeah. But to be fair, everything's actually going quite smoothly. I think because of the Manoa animation we put out, unfortunately that kind of underperformed, which is surprising because I thought that one would have done really well just because it adds an acute character. But it's the algorithm, man. You never really know. You can never really tell what's going to do well and what's not. So I think going forward, there might be maybe more animations per week, but they're actually going to be smaller. That way, if an animation doesn't do well, it's not that much of a bad thing because I didn't just spend a lot of time on it. I spent less time on it because it's a smaller animation. And that way there's more animations, technically more content each week. And yeah. But I've got these animations to get out first, and then I can start thinking about thingy, because these times are kind of set, and I don't want to cut them down. So we'll see how February goes. I'm trying to think if I have anything else that I need to get done, or any other kind of side characters that I need to work on. can't work on animations. Honestly, I would stream me working on animations, but then I would give away the entire thing, so... Maybe I'll do that one day. Like, make an animation start to finish, but I'll do it live. That way everyone can kind of see the process. Okay. Call it there. Right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. John is the boy, thank you for keeping me company. I will see yous. Get video coming out Wednesday. Solace's birthday animations out this Friday. And then we've got the Slaria Legends animation coming out next week, so it's going to be a good couple of weeks. Plus the Patreon. Yeah, until then, have a fantastic night, and I'll see you Wednesday. Bye.